Hello, my name is Warren Smith and I'm running to be the next president of ILA Local 1408. With the election just 7 weeks away and December 12th fastly approaching, I want to give you just a few nuggets as you narrow down your short list of who you want to be the next president, the next person to represent you, the next person to lead your organization. After I made the last video, I found that a lot of videos started popping up from different candidates. And while they're speaking on all types of things, there's one thing that it seems has been neglected to talk about. And I want to draw your attention to it because it is of grave importance to you. And that is the suspension time. See, in the Port of Jacksonville, we never had suspension time here until the 2003 administration. During that administration, the father and godfather of automatic suspension time signed into action a piece of legislation through a memorandum of understanding that forever impacted the way we deal with cargo here in the Port of Jacksonville. That is cargo that has been damaged. After that memorandum of understanding, any person found to be at fault in handling cargo and that cargo was damaged while under your control would receive an automatic 30-day suspension. Even if you had been operating safely for 30 years with no accidents, the first accident could impact you that much. I was always against this agreement. I've been fighting against it since it came out. Fast forwarding now, in 2014, after trusteeship, the godfather of automatic suspension signed an additional memorandum of understanding calling for you to get an additional 7 days no work, followed by 23 days of no driving or operating equipment. Now, in 2021, on February the 4th, the father of automatic suspension signed 2 additional memorandums of understanding, both calling for you to get an automatic 14 days no work. Now, they will all tell you that they did this for you. They suspended you for your own good. This was meant to draw more work to the port, to keep the work that we have. There's never been a shipping line that has come to the Port of Jacksonville because we had a 14-day automatic suspension clause. These people cannot base their future profits based on a suspension clause that may or may not affect the company. Factually speaking, if you bump a car, they may take the car off the ship, buff the scratch out, put it back on the ship, but the impact to you may be thousands of dollars while the company only paid $100 or $200. Why is it that our officials who should be loyal to us, our officials that we pay, are so eager to put us in the streets? Why are they so comfortable with just giving us suspension time? And none of them, not one of them, crack down on the companies for the faulty equipment that we are required to operate every day. In fact, they tell us, if it's not safe, don't get in it. While every official in the office today knows that we have no equipment that actually operates the way that it should. We have horns that don't work. We have brakes that may routinely give out on us. We have equipment that drips hydraulic fluid constantly. And over and over and over again, we are required to do what we do, put the ships in deep water using this equipment. But the officials don't crack down on them. But if you bump something while operating it, according to the memorandum of understanding that has been signed, you will pay the price, not the company. This is disloyalty at its chief level. We have to get rid of officials who are loyal to the company more than loyal to us. We have to be willing and ready to stand up for ourselves, to impact our own futures. You've heard over the last few months, over and over again, how the International is planning of negotiating this huge new contract and all of the great benefits that will come along with it. But what good will that do you if you're sitting at home suspended? Me, I am against it at all costs. I will fight to eradicate suspension time without education and training. If you're going to hold my people to a level that causes them to get suspended, then the burden is going to be pushed back on the company, and the company is going to have to educate you and train you of how not to have that type of accident going forward, because that's the only true way to prevent it. Some people may ask, why am I so passionate about this subject? Why am I so passionate about becoming president of ILA 1408? And I'll tell you, it's not for personal gain. It's because in 1996, when I hit the waterfront, I fell in love with it. Because I learned that ILA Local 1408 was more than a job. Being a longshoreman was a lifestyle. In addition to having a father, a brother, 2 sons on the dock, and a best friend, I've made friends and relationships that have caused me to be closer and have impacted my life more than even some of my own blood. I've seen good people tortured by Jim Gray, while our officials sat on their hands and did nothing about it. And now I look at brothers, good brothers, like Aquarius Laurie Jr. and Jordan King. I've seen their careers played with, made a mockery of Jim Gray. And our officials keep jumping into bed with this tyrant as he continues to torture those who look like me and you simply for trying to work, never giving us the benefit of the doubt, never meeting us halfway, but continuing to just put us in the street, not caring where your next meal is going to come from, not caring what your kids are going to eat or what kind of school education they will have, whether your lights are on or off, whether your car note and insurance is paid. See, I'm loyal to you because I feel that pain. I understand that to be your leader, I have to bear that pain with me every time I walk in the room to negotiate on your behalf. So as you draw closer to December 12th and you begin to make your decision, if you want to really know, I've always been a drum major for justice. I've always fought for training and education. That's why I spend thousands of dollars every year traveling on my own dollar, going to several conventions, getting education and learning how to effectively represent you. And as you go into the polls, if you really want a good idea of what a person is going to do, look at what they have already done. Again, I'm Warren Smith, and I'm running to be the next president of ILA Local 1408. And on December 12th, I hope to have your support. Remember, I'm already working for you. Thank you so much for watching.